guys, we did it. Kingdom Studios has officially reached over 100 subscribers! I seriously cannot be so overexcited to have over 100 subscribers, over 100 people to support me and my tiny little channel. It just means the whole world to me. And so I thought, you know, what else could we do for 100 subscribers than do a game room tour? I mean, if you guys have seen any of the videos where I've done real life content, where I've either gotten beauty shots in the real world, then you'll know that everything that is filmed is down here. And you guys have seen little snippets, so I thought it would be time to give a proper tour so you guys know where everything is, you know, what's going on. And, you know, if you see in the background of my videos anything that changes, I'll be doing game room tours periodically when major stuff happens. But before we get into that, let's have Audio King take you away. Thanks, Real Life King. So, yeah, like I said, we did reach 100 plus subscribers, and I could not be more excited. In this little voiceover segment, I want to say how blessed and humbled I am to have reached this point in my channel. You know, when I started, I never believed that I would have hit 100 plus subscribers, and even this fast. It's been like 4 months since I've started my channel, and I'm already at this huge milestone. So all I can really say is thank you. And you know, this tremendous milestone comes with the humbling of parts. So these next couple of sections, this first little part is dedicated to those of my family who have been watching. Thank you guys. I really honestly couldn't have done this without you. Grandmas and grandpas and cousins, and you, my brother and sister, have been watching, and I just can't thank them enough. They're what helped support me in the beginning. I really couldn't have done it without them. This next one is made out to all my friends, all of the wonderful people who have inspired me and helped me to keep going, have, you know, given me video ideas and just amazing feedback on my videos. And I want to say a huge thanks to my friends. And finally, I want to say an ultimate thanks to you guys who I don't personally know, who subscribe because maybe you saw one of my shorts and thought it was goofy, or maybe you saw one of my videos and thought I had a good point. I want to say a deep thanks to those of you who subscribed, not knowing me personally or have ever seen my content. It means a whole lot for me to be able to reach so many different people. And just one big thank you to everyone, absolutely and utterly everyone in every country that has watched and, you know, heard my voice. Might not be the best voice on the internet, but, you know, it's my voice. Cannot thank you so much. Thank you guys. I hope you continue to support me in my endeavor up to 200, up to 500, up to 1,000 and beyond. I'm really humbled and blessed to have made it to this milestone. Okay, back to the real world. What better way to start a game room tour than with the stairs leading down? As you come into our game room, you're greeted with some lovely posters. You got Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda greeting you as you come down. And then one of my favorite things that I've done is the amiibo shelf. This has all of my amiibo on it. Amiibo are some of my favorites and I love to display them. Got Yarn Yoshi up here, Smash Brothers right here, the Zelda, we got the Mario, Kirby, and Splatoon. And down here we just have some extra boxes of, you know, games and systems. I'm really particular about keeping the boxes. But if you turn the corner, you're greeted into the game room. Ooh. As you walk down and enter in, and as the 3 TVs blaze your eyeballs, work handheld mechanical thing. Okay. The first cabinet you see as you come down next to the beanbag houses the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo. And as you come down, you see controllers and games for Nintendo 64, personal favorite being James Bond. And then as you hop down here, we got Sega Genesis. This one is kinda tiny. Genesis isn't my favorite, but we got Genesis, good old Sonic. We got games here. And then kitty corner next to it is what I like to call Command Center. And this is where all controllers are held and charged. So we'll start from the back. We have the gamepad here. This is always plugged in because it does have terrible battery life. Got some Joy-Cons here. And then up front, we have the Switch Pro controllers charging. And then the really awesome Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set that they just came out with. This one's amazing. Back here, we got the DualSenses charging, the nice stand, and then Lego Mario and Luigi are hanging out back there. As well as underneath this cabinet, we get a good view of the handhelds. Here we have the Game Boy on this side with Game Boy Advance, Original, and we got the colors back there, along with some other games, Pokemon Gold being a standout. And then if you do a quick swivel over here, we have the DS/3DS collection with my original DSi from my childhood, a 3DS XL, and some 2DSs back there. Got some stellar, outstanding titles up here, including Spirit Tracks, one of my favorites. And then back here is a stand where all the other DS/3DS games live. And for some reason, the only DS game we have in a case is Gardening Mama. Kind of weird. And then right underneath there is more Mario Legos. That's more for storage purposes. As we back away from that, we hit the first dimly lit TV. Underneath this TV, this is where all the Xboxes are hooked up to. There's my brother's 360, Xbox One, an original Xbox. We got the whole family is here. Move over here. We have Xbox games and some controllers. We got Xbox One games, 360 games, and original Xbox games, as well as some pretty sweet looking controllers. Underneath the Xbox stuff is the awesome Dreamcast. This is probably the most obscure thing in my collection, as we have the Dreamcast system itself, controllers, VMU, and games. Of course, a classic is Sonic Adventure. As we move over from the Xboxes, we see my brother's Nintendo Switch. That's hooked up to this TV. And then down underneath it is my favorite section, the GameCube stuff. You guys have seen my other videos, you know how much I love the GameCube. Of course, outstanding title, Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. Stellar game. This is GameCube. If we back up and go right next to that, we have the big main TV. This is the TV I mostly game on, and it has the things I play hooked up the most. Up top here, you can see we have Mini Nintendo, Mini NES, the Wii U system, an Apple TV that we don't use, and a Super Nintendo Mini. That's what's up there. Hop down to the cubby below. We have something that will be elaborated on at the end of the month, a PS2. This is the newest addition to the collection.
Will make a fine addition to my collection.
Of course, we have the GameCube itself, my favorite system. Go over here. This is where my dad's and my sister's Switch lives, although it has mine in there right now. And this is where my Switch is docked, which has my dad's in it. But usually these two are flip-flopped. Don't get it confused, my guys.
Got it memorized?
You'll notice a couple hidden cubbies under here, and I don't usually let many people look into them, but because it's a special episode, I think I'm gonna give you guys special privileges. In this first box underneath the PS2, we have plastic accessories for Switch and Wii. We got like the ring con, the Wii zapper, the wheel, just a bunch of Switch stuff. Under the GameCube, we have extra cables and cords for retro systems, as well as extra controllers and stuff. Things we don't necessarily use. Underneath my dad's Switch, there is more wires that are useful that we do use and have other connections elsewhere. And under my Switch are extra DS cases, chargers, and Xbox controllers. So these bins are kind of messy. They're not necessarily supposed to be seen, but that is that TV. We move on over to the third TV. We'll see this TV has a Switch hooked up to it. Oh, I should mention there is a PS5. It sits on this table, but it is plugged up into that TV. But we have here this TV. This TV has my dad's and my sister's Switch plugged into it. And up here on the counter, PS5, the disc version, physical media for life. And then two Wii's. This one is our original Wii from my childhood. And this one is actually jailbroken and has a whole bunch of pirated games on it. Come down here, we've got a big entertainment center cabinet. We'll start with this side. In here, up here we have Switch controllers. We got some wired ones and other Joy-Cons that aren't necessarily charged. Down here, we've got NES stuff with some outstanding titles as The Legend of Zelda and DuckTales. And down here we have Wii and Wii U. So Wii U is here, Wii is here, so Wii and Wii U is here. If we hop up in this drawer, is more Switch stuff if you couldn't tell which is our favorite. We've got like cases, wires, the rail straps, we got this thing, cool, some Switch stuff. If we hop down here, this is where all the games live. We've got Nintendo Switch up here with kind of like end cap. They're all alphabetized, so they're all in alphabetical order. If you can see, Animal Crossing all the way to T's with Skyward Sword. Come down here, we've got PlayStation. This is where all PlayStation stuff lives. We've got, again, all alphabetized. You got PlayStation 2 here. Will be elaborated on at the end of the month, but our only PS2 game at the moment is Final Fantasy X. Then you got PS4. All is alphabetical except for Rise of the Tomb Raider because it has a funky case. So we got all PS4 right here. And then kind of bridging the gap is PS5. And then kind of ending it off, we've got PS1 here with the end cap being Final Fantasy VII. Move that out of the way because I have PlayStation controllers for PS1 back stuffed in the corner. They don't get the light of day. We move on over to the final section of the cabinet. We'll move on that. We'll see the NES is up here looking. It gets its own cupboard. It's the coveted NES. Come down one, the coveted PS1 gets its own cabinet. And pop down here, we have all Super Nintendo stuff, controllers, etc., etc. That is all for this cabinet. Over here is just the backpack and Baby Yoda. I love you, Baby Yoda. Kind of little part over here, underneath this lovely table, is where I stuff manuals and instruction booklets, as well as gaming magazines. So if you're not necessarily feeling like gaming, you can pick up a magazine or a manual and do some reading. We have the Wall of Awesomeness. That is its official name, don't get it mixed up. But here's where we hang just kind of really cool posters or things that, you know, relate to gaming or Star Wars. My dad has a ridiculous love for Star Wars. We got R2-D2, Darth Vader and some stormtroopers. And shout out to my friend, you know who you are, out in California, who painted this amazing painting by hand. She is a fantastic artist, and this is a fantastic collection piece to have. It is from Minecraft, if you didn't know. Perler Bead link up there. And we have the Bowser's Fury poster kind of tucked back there. Down here, shout out to my other friend who made this. This is the Hero Shot replica from Splatoon 2. It is made out of wood. Got a little mushroom, I don't know why. Then we have Derpy Sonic from the popular meme video. But yeah, he's hanging up here. We have a Master Sword Perler Bead. And then my brother, the Acrylic Squid, go check out his channel. I have it linked in my bio, but he painted this replica of the Bob-omb Battlefield painting from Super Mario 64. It is fantastic and almost lifelike. And down here we have the Zelda Skyward Sword Joy-Con box, because, you know, special editions are awesome. And up here we have Rey's blaster from Star Wars Episode 7 that my friend made out of wood, as well as this sick Star Wars poster. Alright, that is going to do it for me for now. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who has supported me in 100 subscribers. I really couldn't have done it without you guys. If you are interested in seeing more excellent content from Kingdom Studios, leave a subscribe. Let's get that number up to 200. I want to see it happen. Let's make it happen. If you guys would like to see more in-depth collection tours, maybe for a specific system, every game in here has a story behind it, and I love the history behind every game, and I'd love to share it all with you. So if you guys are interested in me sharing that, let me know down in the comments below. For that, this will conclude my 100 subscriber special. Thank you guys so much for the support over the past few months. Have a legendary day.